YouTube? It's Ebony again, and I'm back for another video. If this is your first time watching my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube. I am so grateful to be delivering this message. I have a piece of paper with my notes so I can follow along and give you guys good information, because we need to know down to the T, what is it living in the state alone with a kid. So as you guys know, I live in Houston, Texas, which is a big city. I love it here. It's great. It's amazing. And people thought I was crazy for moving to Houston because they're like, you don't have any help. You're gonna go with your kids. I just want to tell you that you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Don't let no one discourage you. I personally was discouraged at first, but then I said, you know what? God got me. You can do this. And I've been living out here for almost over a year. I want you guys to listen to this video, follow along, take all the tips, comment down below any questions you have. I am here for you. I have been you, and I've been unsure, and so I want to help anyone that needs it. So first thing that we encounter when we're living in a state alone with the kid, what's the first thing? No family. So the thing about no family is it is hard. Thankfully, technology has allowed us to do FaceTime and things like that. So anytime I'm missing home, I FaceTime my mom, my family. Sometimes I even do it to where like my phone is set up to like, if I'm going to the grocery store, like it feels like they're with me, you know? I personally, when I moved to Houston, I didn't have any of my own family. I had my son's family, which was, you know, a couple of his like grandparents, aunties, cousins, and I think that helped, because it's like at least I have someone and not no one. Now if you're moving to a state alone and you have no one, don't worry. In the next phase I will explain what you could do about that. I think for me, I think that me and my son are closer because it's just us. But I've also learned that like, just because you don't have family doesn't mean that you cannot make it out in a city by yourself. You can. You just have to continuously reach out to your family. Take those breaks when it's spring break, when it's Christmas break, to go see your family. That's really important. But definitely FaceTime, text messages, obviously, pictures, videos, anything that makes you feel like you can be home, like you're there. So the way that I've adapted to living alone in a big city is I let my friends become my family. So a lot of my friends that are my age, they, you know, like they would help me with my son, or like just be there for me like as like family would. So what you're gonna learn is that like when you're living out here in these places by yourself, your friends are gonna be the ones that are gonna have your back. It's not gonna be family, obviously, because you're out here by yourself, but your friends are gonna be the ones to hold you down. So take advantage of that. Like, and like, if you find that you have a friend that's solid, and I'm talking about like you trust that person, like, you know, keep that person close to you, because once you find that person, and it took me probably like 5 or 6 months to like get that one person that I could rely on when it came to like my kid and stuff. Shout out to Maya. She was really there for me and my son. And I'm talking about like, she would pick him up from school for me, like anything. You just need somebody that you can lean on, that you trust, that's your friend. I personally think that that's what made the experience a little bit easier. My friends turning into family. But I also know that a lot of it has to do with just the bonds that you form with people, you know. And I get it. I get it. You don't want to just give your kid to just anybody, and that takes time to develop trust. But one thing my mom told me is the only way you're going to trust somebody is if you trust them. You know, you have to give people the opportunity. Obviously, if you feel unsure or like you getting these bad vibes, then I wouldn't just throw my kid to just anybody, but you have to give someone the opportunity to be trusted. And once I put that in perspective, you know, I always look at, you know, how they treat their own kids, you know, if they have any. And that's pretty much what I do as far as how I live alone with a kid. I think a tip that I wish I would have known before I moved is move knowing at least one person. Now, if you know more than one person, that's fine. But I feel like when you have one person that you can rely on, like that's your buddy, like your rock, it's easier to move to be in a city alone with the kid because you don't feel like the walls are caving in when you go home. You feel like you have things to look forward because you have time that you can spend with other people, and that was really help. Another thing that another tip is for childcare. In Houston, they have this childcare where, like, if I want to have like a date night, or if I want to go with my friends somewhere, just have drinks, they have this thing where it's like a drop-off childcare. So all you gotta do is register it online, do all the emergency contacts and the health information, and literally all you have to do is in an app, you say I'm gonna drop them off at 2, they approve it or deny it, you drop them off, and they're open till about midnight. So that really helped me because one, when I'm dropping him off, he's able to play with other kids, hopefully meet other people, and it's in an establishment, you know. I feel like I felt more secure knowing that he was at an establishment. Not to say that anything can't happen, but I felt more safer, and like he had a watch where I could just call him. So if he ever moved from that location, it would alert me. But like the watch really helped us because he would call me like if he was looking for me or whatever. That's just the way that we stay connected. I got him a watch that helped me like stay connected with him. Another thing is, you're living alone, there will be times like my son, I personally like connected with people that was at his school. So I'm so grateful that I met this lady. She's my son's best friend, and she is amazing. Like, she literally is there for me anytime I need help with my son. And shout out to you, Natalie, because you the bomb, girl. So every time when Carter's at school, she picks him up for me, and she knows like I don't have family, so she always looking out for me. Like, when I tell you this girl is like amazing, like I literally could be like, I have to be somewhere, I'm gonna be late, she would just pick him up for me, no problem. I would pick up her son, and we just scratch each other's back, and it's just, that's a good way to like get someone to help you when you don't have a kid, is like connecting with mothers on campus at their schools, because you just never know when you're gonna need somebody. Like, don't be too proud because you feel like you've accomplished your goals by moving away from, you know, maybe a toxic relationship, a toxic family. You just feel like, or just accomplishing your dreams and just wanting to move into a new city. Don't be too proud to get help. Like, that's one thing that I've learned is, like, I'm not afraid to ask for help, like, at all. The downside of living, because those are like the positive things that can like not make your life easier, but are some good tools to help you get used to living alone. The downside of living alone is like living out here alone with the kid is when you are homesick, you can't just go down the street like you want, and sometimes FaceTime is not enough. And I've learned that like I tend to not go out as much because I may not have the amount of people that could watch my son like before, but at the same time allowed me to spend more time with my son, because when I was in California, I worked a lot, and that kept me away from my son a lot. But being here and being around that it's just me and him, I'm able to spend more time with him, and I love that because he knows that like I'm there, whereas like when I was in California, I'm not gonna say that I was not there, but I worked a lot, you know. Sometimes I missed out on a lot of things, and I am grateful that now I can kind of be there for him more so, like just like taking him to school, little things, just like taking him to school, taking him to baseball practice and things like that. Another downside would be my son had a group of friends, and he lost all those friends, so he had to like regain those. So I think I've learned that like it's okay to like feel alone, because I feel so empowering that I did it, right? I moved into a new city by myself. I feel amazing, but you also have to know that sometimes it's really not about the courage you had. It's about what you do when you get there. Because you can move all you want. I know so many people that moved out of state, did it. They can say that they did it, but it takes about a couple years to like get used to a city, and that's what they don't tell you. Like I'm just now getting in the city, if that makes sense. Like I remember when I had a job, I felt like I was kind of stagnant, you know, in life. Like I didn't feel like I was really part of the city, and it was mainly because of where I lived. Now I live closer to the city, so I feel more a part of the city, like I actually live in Houston. I kind of want to just tell you guys that you can do this. Like if you're watching this and you want to move away, you can do it. Trust me when I tell you, you're not the only one that's in your shoes. I myself was like, I want to move out of state, I want to accomplish these goals, but it's just gonna be me and my son. And I come from a family that is a lot of us. I'm talking like a lot. And for me to come from a huge family to just like me and my son, it's a huge risk. And what I'm gonna end this video, because I really want people to comment down below whatever questions they want to ask, and I will answer them in another video, because this is something that I want women or men to have the courage to do. Because my thing that really made me do this move is I love my family, I love my friends, I love all of you guys, but I would not allow those people to hold me back from what I wanted to do, because I wanted to make everybody happy. So just think about that. It's your life, no one else's, yours. So you have to make the choice and say, okay, what am I going to do for myself? And that's when I moved. It is hard, I'm gonna tell you that. It's hard being alone with a kid, but it's fun. You learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about your kid, you learn a lot about life and people and experiences. It's like blossoming you into the best version of yourself. But I will say that it can be done. A lot of people have done it. My uncle lives in Japan, okay? Out of there, no family. Well, he has a family now, but he moved with no family. So all it takes is you, and the only person that is holding you back is you. So make a choice, still stick with it, and if it doesn't work out, you can always go home. But I've done it. I've been here for almost a year and a half. Oh, I almost been here for a year and a half. That's crazy. But I just want to make this video because I just want people to have the courage to move. It's not easy. Never said it was easy, but it can be done. And so I hope that you guys feel different after this video. Feel confident, because you can do it. But please share your experiences in the comments. Questions, I'd love to hear them, because maybe you could teach me something. But anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you love it, love it, love it. I will see you guys next time in the next video. So peace out.